Good morning, this is Eric Kampmann, and I'm with Senior Pastor Chuck Davis from Stanwich Church.
Eric, in looking at Jesus as you were preparing Getting to Know Jesus, this book, which came out of a number of podcasts, we went back to source documents. We went back to the four gospel writers, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and we discovered that each one of them wrote through their own personality, even though the Holy Spirit was governing the process, and each one had a different angle that they brought to the text.
It's funny because each introduction each way they introduce the gospel is very different. So you have Luke as an historian who wants to get all of the facts of Jesus' life down. You have Mark who wants to leap into the beginning, into the early part of the story. He can't wait to get to Jesus as in terms of his ministry. You have Matthew who wants to go back in time and create a genealogy of David's lineage. And finally, you have the great theologian John, who was a disciple of Jesus Christ and probably wrote his gospel after all the others. I call his beginnings a prologue. So he says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was with God. He was with God in the beginning. And he goes on from there for 18 verses. It's one of the most extraordinary pieces of writing that I've come across in the entire Bible, and it reflects back on Genesis.
And what's interesting is to read the Gospels in a synoptic fashion, starting with Mark and then Luke and Matthew and then John, and trying to follow somewhat of a chronology and seeing how each author tells the Jesus story from a different angle and how it enriches our understanding of who Jesus is.
This is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise.